So we are on the third topic, and we are on the stay apparatus. So as much as possible, we will try to have 3 to 4 topics per meeting. So what is a stay apparatus? So this is a ligamentous structure that store and release energy during locomotion. It is the element of a limb that permits the horse to stand with minimal physical effort. In the pelvic limb, the stifle joint is the one that's stabilized by locking the patella over the trochlear tubercle of the femur. And this patellar lock somehow indirectly stabilizes the hip joint. The tarsus is held in extension by the connection of the superficial digital flexor to the femur and the calcanean tuberosity or the tuber calcani. Now, horses, when they are at rest or when they are sleeping, they don't lie down like most domestic animals. They remain standing. If the horse is lying down or recumbent, that's not a good sign. It's a sign of lameness, which we'll be discussing a bit later on. So that's the reason why it's the stay apparatus that makes them stand. And it's also the reverse stay apparatus that helps them able to move immediately and unlock the patellar lock and move quickly when there is trouble. So according to Franzon, to understand the function of a stay apparatus, it is necessary to keep several concepts central. Meaning, ligaments, while elastic, they do not stretch nearly as much as muscles. Therefore, tendons, because they connect with the muscles, offer much less resistance to stretch than ligaments. And when joints are loaded, meaning they bear weight, they tend to collapse. And keep joints from collapsing with minimal muscular effort, these ligamentous straps must cross the joint to counteract the tendency to fold during weight bearing. Thus, your horse has 3 patellar ligaments. Take note, stifle flexion and patellar flexion are prevented by patellar locking. So these are the different muscles that are involved in the stay apparatus, although it's more on here, but take note that they also involve muscles and tendons on the distal limb. Patellar lock. This mechanism immobilizes the stifle joint passively. The extension of the stifle and contraction of the lateral muscles causes the patella and the medial patellar tendon to move over the trochlear tubercle of the femur. The trochlear tubercle is a medial ridge of the patellar surface of the femur that projects between the medial and the intermediate patellar ligaments. Because these 3 ligaments are the medial, intermediate, and lateral patellar ligaments. The animal's weight then flexes the stifle until the medial patellar tendon is stretched to its limit, thus locking the patella over the trochlear tubercle and immobilizes the stifle. The patellar lock can be accomplished one leg at a time. That's the reason why while at rest, they shift their weight from one leg to another. So this is pretty much like so this is your tuberosity of the tibia or tibial tuberosity, and then you have here the trochlea, medial ridge of the trochlea, and you also have the lateral ridge. So these are your patellar ligaments. So you have the medial patellar ligament, this is the intermediate patellar ligament, and the lateral patellar ligament. Hip flexion is prevented by patellar lock. Once the patella is locked, the weight of the animal flexes the hip and stifle joint until the patellar ligaments stop these actions as the stifle and hip joints are stabilized. Tarsus flexion is prevented by the superficial digital flexor muscle. So this is your superficial digital flexor muscle. So originates from the lateral epicondyle of the femur. Sorry if it's in French. And then it's inserted into the calcaneus here. That's its tendon up to the digits, up to the third middle phalanx. The hock and extensor, digital flexor, and then it's a hock extensor, that's its action, and it's also a digital flexor, and it is innervated by the tibial nerve. Its opposite is the deep digital flexor, this one over here. So if this is the superficial digital flexor, this is the deep digital flexor. So it's inserted, it originates from the tibia and the fibula, and all digits, it's actually it's inserted into the distal phalanx in horses. And then you have, it's a hock extensor and digital flexor, and it's innervated by the tibial nerve. The superdigital flexor muscle is a largely tendinous and proximal part. It's fibrous band that connects between the distal end of the femur and the tubercle cani. With the patella locked, the fibrous band is pulled by flexion of the tarsus, keeping the tarsus in extension. This is according to Pasquini and Spurgeon. Also from Pasquini and Spurgeon, the digital joints are stabilized by similar structures to those in the forelimb, and the attachments of the superficial digital flexor to the calcaneus eliminates the need for an accessory ligament. So here's a short video regarding the stay apparatus.
Yeah. What's up? Stand up straight. Here we go, y'all. For me to stand up straight and hold my body weight, I need to shift my weight to one side. My quads lift my kneecap up, twisted by faster stem to lock. It's the stifle joint locking mechanism. That's cool, but don't be fooled by my comfy stance, I still can bleed. It's the peroneus tertius and flexor muscles. These together make the reciprocal apparatus. There's three essential parts to the stay apparatus. With the suspensory ligaments, sesamoidal ligaments, and other ligaments below the heart before the ground. There's three essential parts to the stay apparatus for the horse to not fall down. This is going to be examining presentation brought to you by Grace, the presenting Christabel, Dr. Stan Michaels, Dr. All Day Shannon, as Dr. Ron Louise, the health inspector. Please consult the PDS before making any decisions regarding this product.
So take note of the three essential parts of the stay apparatus. And that is the anatomy behind the stay apparatus in the horse. So next topic on Saturday, on Thursday at 1 o'clock, you will have your first quiz for this block, which covers introduction up to the stay apparatus. It will be emailed to you online on the dot at 1 o'clock. You will be given around, depending on the number of items. It's the number of minutes will be number of items. So make sure you have your loads ready, or you have a stable internet connection. Hopefully the weather will cooperate, because sometimes if the weather is bad, internet connection is also getting bad. On the next topic, on Thursday also, we're going to have your the soul. It's very important why we have to know the soul, because basically these animals are very prone to lameness. So by not standing, while lying down, it's a sign of lameness for your horses. We're also going to start on their internal organs as well. So that's our topic for Thursday. Probably we're going to start also with our buffaloes. And I'll be sending you emails for your it's quite funny because I actually finished first the lab SAS and that was like a month ago. I don't know why. What's the problem? So anyway, so if you do have any questions, just comment on this one on our Facebook group. You might be wondering, it is still unlisted. The videos I'm posting on this one is unlisted, so it would be fair. It's only people who have access to who are currently enrolled have access to the videos. So unfortunately for your classmates who did not enroll on this one, they have to wait for next year. Okay. So till then, I'll see you guys later.